Hi guys, and welcome back. Good morning. It's morning over here. I've been up since 1:30. I hate myself. Yeah, I just couldn't sleep. I have a lot on my mind, and I was really excited to film today, but I do want to mention before I forget, because I will forget. I know my last video was a little heavy. It was a little heavy, and my vibe was off. Y'all are awesome because I got the job at the amusement park for the Halloween stuff that I talked about. I literally got an email like a couple hours after I filmed that video. And it was actually during editing when I got that email. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. But yeah, starting September 1st, I go in for rehearsals for 2 weeks. And yeah, man, I'm officially part of the Halloween makeup team, and I'll do more with the airbrushing. That's what I had talked about in my last video, but I will also learn prosthetics and wigs and blood and all that stuff, which I think I'm pretty comfortable with already because I've done so many Halloween looks. But yeah, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check out my last video. But for today, I figured I would do a video on the makeup I took to Mexico. These were like my go-to #1 picks, and I could only take so much, but this is the makeup I chose, and my God in heaven, did the makeup wear beautifully in that heat, sweat, humidity, all that stuff. So I figured, I know we're like tiptoeing, putting our toes into fall, but where I live, it stays hot as hell until I feel like the beginning of November. So yeah, this makeup will last for a couple more months, depending on how bipolar the weather wants to be here. Fun fact, which is crazy, I haven't even been using a primer for a while. Okay-ish. I feel like I haven't needed it, and things have been wearing beautifully. But before I do that, I want to talk about my brows and my lashes. So I already have my brows on. I've been using the L'Oreal Faux Brow. It's like a felt tip pen, but it has like the double felt tip part on it, and I feel like there is quite a bit of a learning curve when it comes to this product. And sometimes I'll even turn it to the side just to get one brow hair flick in. It can get a little messy if you store it upside down, so make sure you store it up this way with the felt pen facing up. Mine is in the shade Auburn, I believe. Shake well, and then just start light flicks. I also I feel like it goes on better when you do not put a brow gel on first. But the brow gel I've been using lately is a L'Oreal brow lamination. I feel like with its teeny little spoolie, it gets my brow hairs, the little bit of brow hairs that I have, really gets them to stick up there. But yeah, this is what I've been doing for my brows lately. Oh, and this is unless you scrub this off, it lasts pretty well. I've been able to keep brows on if I wash my face around my brows for 2 days, which is pretty cool. The only 2 lashes I took were my tried and true. You guys already know, even though some lashes are up here, stuck to the top of the lid. But these are the Kiss, what are these called? They're the little Kiss under, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Probably because I've been up since 1:30 and it's only 6 a.m. right now. Oh my gosh, and my phone is in the other room. I'll put it on the screen. It's these little dudes. I've done a video on them. These guys have just been good to me through the years. They're just amazing lashes. And then the other lashes that I've been stuck on are the Ardell 421s. They're just more of a natural lash. They are what I have on now. Now, when I say natural lash, for some of you, it may be still too extreme, but for me, these are more on the natural side. They're just wispy, and come on, focus camera. They're wispy, a really comfortable band. They're just really, really nice lashes. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just because. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my makeup like I did and not use primer. So the two foundations I did take, one was the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation. Oh no, I left it up too high. This one's in the shade 2,5N. It's marketed as a foundation, but I would say it's leaning toward a skin tint. Look it up. I did a review on it a couple videos ago if you're curious about this foundation. I also did a review on the Benefit Professional. It's the new one from Benefit, the Smoothing and Blurring Foundation. I also did a review on this bad boy. So if you're curious about these two foundations, go check out my videos. Today I'm going to wear the Dior. I wore the Dior. So we didn't make it to dinner night one. We had been drinking since like 4 a.m. We got to the airport at like 3:30. Got through everything pretty quickly. Went to the bar in the airport at 4. Our flight was at 6. So yeah, we did not make it to dinner. We passed out at like 5 p.m. Where is my, oh, here it is. So I did not do my makeup that night, but night 1 to dinner, so it would be night 2, wore the Dior. The next night for dinner, I wore the Professional. Third night for dinner, or last night for dinner, I wore the Benefit Professional, and they both wore beautifully in that Mexico heat. But I find with these two foundations, I definitely don't need a primer. They just wear so good on their own. Now, if you need a primer, absolutely go for it. But it's just the blurring aspect of these two. I'm getting poked in my eye. The blurring aspect with these two foundations is just amazing. As you could probably tell, the self-tan is not on my face anymore, but I do have it. I already did add some foundation on my neck just because it was so splotchy and looked terrible. But yeah, I was matching it to my neck. It still baffles me that people are like, you're not matching your foundation to your face. It's like, I know, I'm matching it to my neck. Like duh. All right, the next product I took is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I actually did a review on this too. I'm just gonna kind of tap out my under eye stuff here, but this is in the shade 0.5C. But this stuff wears so good, and I wanted something that I knew would kind of like dry down. I wouldn't say it dries down super matte, but it, like, once it dries down, it's almost like self-setting. And then once you apply a setting spray over it, like, it doesn't move. So that's what I was looking for when it came to picking a concealer to take to Mexico, and this concealer did not disappoint. It did not move. Like, yeah, if you're looking for an awesome concealer that is not too matte underneath of your eyes, and I have creasy and crepey under eyes, we all do. But yeah, if you're looking for a bomb concealer, then I suggest trying it. This, again, I did a review on it. Go check that out. But yeah. This concealer did not disappoint. As I'm blending this out, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the powder I took, one of the powders. To set my concealer, I took the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. This powder is the best drugstore powder, hands down. I've been saying it since I got it. I want to try the pink one, but honestly, it's so hard to find this powder in stores because it's just become so popular because it is that good. So yeah, I just probably need to like go to my local grocery store to get it at this point, because Ulta never has it. At least my Ulta never has it. And I like to set with a puff. I just use these little Amazon puffs. You can get like a pretty big pack of these for like next to nothing. They're amazing. And I actually like to take this powder just basically like in my T-zone and set everything there. I just think it helps everything stay in place, especially when it came to that humidity and that heat. My makeup did not move. And then to set my face, I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Foundation. This one's in the shade Light Neutral. I love the blurring aspect of this powder. It is amazing, but I set everything when it comes to my makeup. So this powder has just been one, like a tried and true. It just wears beautifully. It doesn't look dry, or when you start to build it up, it doesn't get cakey or anything. It's just a damn good powder, and it's affordable. Like, you can't go wrong. A trick I like to do to give more coverage underneath of my eyes without having to use so much concealer is take a different powder foundation. This is from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Fresh Wear. I just take one of the lighter shades and just kind of tap some underneath of my eyes to give more of like a highlighted, brightened effect under my eyes. I just really like the way it looks. It smooths everything out, gives me a little more full coverage from using a powder instead of using so much concealer, which is crazy. I've looked back on some of my older videos and saw how much concealer I used to use. I mean, we all did. Like, we were following like the big beauty gurus, and they were just smearing it all over their under eyes. So it's kind of like in Mean Girls, where you're like, what's her name? Again, I can't think of anything. I want to say Gretchen, but I know it's not Gretchen. Wow, the blonde. You know what I'm talking about. Like, she's wearing army pants, so I want to wear army pants. You know that scene in Mean Girls? So that's what a lot of us were doing back then. We were just following the trend. Whereas now you look back like, my God, if I wore that much concealer, I would look a hot damn mess. So this is just a way for me to get a little more coverage, a little more glam by not using so much concealer. For bronzer, I took the NYX Buttermilk bronzer. This is in the shade Buttercup. I can't get away from this bronzer. This bronzer has a really nice reddish undertone. Like, it kind of gives you that I've been in the sun look and got like a natural bronze sunburnt look, if that makes any sense. I just love this shade for that. It doesn't, I don't think it's really going to come off, like, give that red undertone on camera. But in person, like when I'm looking at this bronzer, I can definitely tell it has like that nice reddish undertone. And it's not like red, you know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but yeah, this bronzer is amazing. For blush, this is actually a newer purchase for me. I'm using so much L'Oreal. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Blush. It's this bad boy. This is in the shade Fearless Coral. Now, I will say, when I first put this blush on, I did not realize how pigmented it is. So if you're going to use this blush, like barely tap, like barely, and then try and knock some off, because it's easy to go overboard with this blush. Like in my last video, I went overboard with the blush because I just really wasn't paying attention, nor did I care. So yeah, really easy to go overboard, but man, if you want some pigment, go for it. And there's a trick I like to do with this blush because of the shade of it. I give myself a fake sunburn. It sounds really weird, I know, but when my self tan starts looking not great, like on my chest or neck or arms, my shoulders, I will literally dig my brush into here and give myself like a little flush of color like I got sunburn. That way it just like blends everything together and it looks like, oh, she has a little bit of a sunburn instead of people staring at you because your self-tan looks like shit. Yeah, that's what it works. It's a great trick. My husband thought I got sun one day. He's like, oh my God, you got sunburn. I'm like, no, it's just blush. So it's just something I like to do. For highlighter, the only highlighter I took, as I'm trying to find my brush, is the NYX Buttermilk. Oh, I just dropped my setting spray. It's the NYX Buttermilk Highlighter. This one is in the shade Glaze It Butter. I love this. It gives such a pretty highlighted, like natural highlighted look with no glitter. It just gives like that, I don't know, that wet, glassy look. It's such a pretty highlighter. I also have the pink shade in this. And sometimes I notice with the pink shade that it'll like really make your blush pop. So you don't need as much blush when you wear the pink one. In my opinion, you don't. So sometimes I put that on or blend it out with a blush and it looks super pretty. But there's just something about this shade when I'm self-tan that I really, really enjoy. And yes, I'm doing the nose highlight. Come for me if you want, because I don't care. The only setting spray, my Ride or Die setting spray, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Watermelon. This is just my favorite. That's all I have to say. It's just my favorite. And actually, sometimes I would go in with this like numerous times. Like I would do my foundation and then spray this, and then before bronzer, blush, highlight, I'd spray it again and then do it after. Like there would be numerous times I would spray that setting spray. And again, my makeup did not move. The only mascara I ever wear is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is the waterproof one. I have the most dinkiest, small, non-existent lashes. And this mascara, because it's waterproof, just literally grabs every single lash I have. And I'm more so talking about obviously when I'm not wearing lashes. Yeah. So, and the thing is, because of the waterproof formula, my lashes, well, the mascara doesn't run or end up underneath of my eyes or on top of my eyes. And my curl lasts. So I honestly couldn't ask for anything better. But my bottom lashes look crazy sometimes when I use this mascara. I already put a little bit on. I don't want to take it all the way to the tips of these lashes. But if you're looking for a mascara, very cheap and expensive mascara that'll keep your curl, give you length, give you thickness, try this bad boy out. Two newer products that I actually got for the vacations are these two lip stains from CoverGirl. They're not the best lip stains on the market, not that I've used a ton, but I wanted something like when I went to the beach or the pool and I could put a lip stain on, it still like gave me color on my lips. But anyway, I got them off Amazon because they were cheaper on Amazon than in my drugstore. It's the CoverGirl Outlast lip stain. I got Shuggy Girl. And then I also got Iconic Ruby. It's like one is like a neutral or natural looking pink shade. Then the other one is a red. But these are super easy to, come on, focus. I think the camera's focused. Hopefully you guys can see these, but they're just little lip stains. And I will say they kind of dry out a little bit quicker than I expected, but they work pretty well. Can't really talk when I'm putting this on, but I also feel like once you get to this part of your lip and you turn, you know, your point it straight up to get to use like the side of it, it works a little bit better that way. And then I like to top it with the e.l.f. lip oil. This is the Glow Reviver lip oil, and super neutral, and this is like my go-to lip gloss lately. So good. And yesterday at work I wore this lip combo, and even throughout the day when the lip oil kind of came off, my lips were still, you know, still had that lip stain on them, which, you know, is the point of a lip stain. I just want to quickly, the other lip gloss I did take for a day we went out on a boat and was going to be in the sun. I got it off Amazon. This is the Sun Care Isle Lip Balm with SPF 30 in it. This is the shade Coral. I get, like, my lips get sunburned so easily, and then, like, I get blisters on them. I've been dealing with it, like, all my life, so I wear lip products that have SPF in it when I'm going to be outside. Worked amazing. Now, my husband obviously didn't wear this because it's a lip gloss, and he has the same issues as me, and one of my friends that went, she had the same issue. So if you are going to be in the sun for a long period of time and you have a problem with your lips getting sunburned and you want a lip gloss, I highly recommend this. It worked so freaking good and it stayed on. The consistency isn't like super sticky or anything. It's really comfortable. I will link it down below. It is awesome. I quickly want to mention like the body makeup that I wore and the body oils. So the body makeup that is my like go-to is the Vita Liberata. I think that's how you say it. Body Blur body makeup. This is in the shade medium. Oh my gosh. Once my self-tan on my legs start looking terrible, I use this. It just is so freaking good. I've been using this for years. Actually, this is a good foundation too, but it matches my self-tan perfectly. And if ever I need, like, if my feet, the self-tan on my feet starts looking bad, or I don't feel like self-tanning period and I just wear this, it looks so good on my feet because we all know if you self-tan, the struggle with your hands and feet, it's just a struggle, right? Sometimes it's just a struggle or it doesn't turn out as good as you want it to. This is like your saving grace. So if you've never tried this, it's like probably one of the best body makeup products I've ever had or wore. As far as body oils go, I could not take this bottle because it, you know, I guess you can turn it and it does lock. Or I could have put it in a container, but I didn't. The Desi Body Gloss Body Lotion, if you're looking for that glow, this is amazing. And I still have a lot left, probably about a half of this tube here, and I got it last year. A little bit goes a long way, and it gives you such a gorgeous glow. This year, I wanted to try the Sol de Janeiro Glow Oil. This stuff is so freaking pretty. I find myself just putting it on daily, just like on my arms. I'm not even going to the beach. I wore it yesterday to work just because it's so pretty. And the smell, oh, it just is like you're on a beach. Just the smell is amazing. I got this off of Amazon. I will link it down below too. They have different shades. This one is like their lighter shade. What shade are you? But it's the lighter shade. There's also like I think there's 3 different shades. I think there's 3. But this is like the medium. It doesn't really give me a color per se, whereas people claim that the more goldish toned shade like actually gives them like a little bit of color to their skin, like a bronzed coloring, and just then gives you that glow that you're looking for, which I might try that one too. But this stuff is amazing and smells so freaking good. Ooh, buddy, I feel like I've been talking. I guess because I have. But this is kind of my go-to face lately too. So kind of a 2-in-1. And I can still have that gorgeous glow and I don't get oily. I'm bronzed, I'm highlighted, my skin looks healthy. I can still see a little bit of my freckles, not a lot, but yeah, it's an easy, like I can do this makeup look in like 20 minutes. It's super easy to do and I think it looks beautiful. Are any of these products your guys' favorites? Have you tried any of these? Are you gonna try any of these because of this video? Let me know. I will link as much as I can down below. But yeah, I would say let's get this day started, but it's been started for 5 hours. It's gonna be a long day. If you guys have any suggestions for videos, let me know down below. I have a new concealer I'm gonna be testing out next week, so that video will be coming, so make sure you subscribe. But that wraps up this video. I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.